I decided to make a cam slider for filming and time lapse some months ago, but I didn't knew how to make it. I never heard about Arduino, or my idea was at the beginning to build it with a DC motor, normal DC motor, and a potentiometer to control the speed of the slider of the camera. But of course, like this, you are not able to make any time lapse. But then accidentally I heard about Arduino on YouTube, or I saw it actually, and about why not to make it with stepper motors. And of course, 10 minutes later, I ordered already my first Arduino. I'm making everything handmade, even the slider, but it's quite complicated. And of course, you don't have to. Today you can buy really cheap sliders and just modify them to be able to motorize them. But anyways, this is how to do one. I am using an aluminium bar, 12 millimeters in this case, and U profile. I made some holes in this aluminium bar, and I screw together with the U profile, and like this I'm able to fix the U profile to this aluminium plate made already. Now we need some end plates to give more stability to our slider. Here I am already. I finished the end plates for the slider, what I polished, giving to them a round shape. I'm putting some glass fiber inside as well. Actually 7 layers of glass fiber, and as well some aluminium to give more stability. I'm using some silicone paste to make this form, to seal this form. That is the whole epoxy is not coming out. And this is where I am putting the 1 layer of, or more layers of glass fiber, and the aluminium degrees plate. This is the small leg, what actually Also has more layers of glass fiber to give more strength to this leg. Now after 2 days is hard, really hard, and let's see how can I take it out from this form. Okay. Distance ring to do this release. Now let's see I'm setting up the mobile for the slider to his place, and in the beginning was a little bit tricky actually, because I had to make the holes much bigger that I am able to push these pulleys together, and sometimes was too tight, sometimes was too loose, but finally I made it. As you see, I just made already the fixing point for the belt. This is how I made 2 holes. The stepper motor, I decided to make it like that I am able to build down or to change it if I need to, because I was not sure if this motor will be strong enough or it's too big or too slow, I don't know. Now that we are ready with the slider, let's go to the next step. Next step is to make a controller for the Arduino, where the Arduino and the power supply and everything is inside. Finally, I decided to make from some plywood. I'm cutting out some like frames from this plywood, and I glue them together with epoxy. And when I was ready with gluing them together, I just sand them nicely, and then I made a front plate for the switch buttons and potentiometer and the LCD. This is a old charger for batteries, for rechargeable batteries. The batteries which are going inside here are the CR 123 type batteries. Now let's jump to the code of Arduino, and then I show you how I made this code. I'm a really beginner. For 1 month or something I didn't had any idea that Arduino exists, and for this reason looks really really complicated, this code. Okay, as you see, for every button, this is the one of the two red buttons. This is the upper red button here, the pin 5. This is the down one, down red button for filming. This is left, the yellow buttons. Select, the all the way to the right is right, down and up. I had to use the analog pins because I didn't have any free ones anymore, because I have the optocouplers, for example, occupying them. This is the direction pin, step pin, enable pin. Enable pin is for holding the camera in the place if I want to. Then it's high, if not, then it's low. This is the focus LED pin for the green. Green LED is for the focus. The red LED is for shutter, and so on. This is for driving the stepper motor. If the up button, the red up button, is low, then starting doing this. With direction, delay width, that is 1000 milliseconds. Or in this case is about what the potentiometer says. Is down here. This is for the time lapse. Between 10 seconds delay time and 3600 seconds delay time. You can choose with the same potentiometer. Here we give if it's input or output. Buttons are always input, in this case. This is for me as a safety what I wrote here, that if I work with my slider vertically filming and I touch the reset button, then of course the camera will fall, but will fall just until the Arduino starts again. That was like 2 seconds more or less, or 3, and then in the middle stops the camera, and then it breaks it down, then 2 seconds delay, and then it's more or less falling again, and then stops all in the button. Because I was afraid that if this happens, then falls the camera all the way down, and yeah, that is not good. And this is the button. If you push the left button, then sprinting this one, cam slider EF, my name, and starting Timelapse 1, in this case 3mm driving, then is waiting for the button 1. If button 1 is pushed, then it starts the time lapse in 2 seconds, and then this is how it starts. The backlight is low to save some battery. A LED pin for focus is high, then is focusing, then focus on, afterwards focus low, LED pin is low, waiting for 1 second I think, then is LED pin 1, the red pin is high, and so on, the shutter, and then it's waiting for, in this case it's not waiting for the first one, because it's starting with making one picture and then it's driving, picture, driving one time, and then taking one more picture, and then is making the delay time, what you gave, 10 seconds or 1 hour or what you want, and then it's making over and over again. In this case we'll do that for 296 times, because it's driving just 3 millimeters. Then you will have 296 pictures for that time lapse, and so on. For the next one it's 5mm driving, and you can choose your delay time with the potentiometer. And then we go all the way down where I have the driving code. For that you have to push the button the 1, and then it's starting the filming mode. And here is, if you push the button 1, then it's starting driving. And if you turn all the way down the potentiometer meter, then it's doing nothing, or doing zero delay time. and so on. And here is the command for the step pin. Step pin high, delay is custom delay with the potentiometer, and then digital right, step pin low, and so on until the button is pushed. Now I will show you how it works, the filming mode. This is our controller. Here we have the buttons. These buttons are for the time lapse. With this button you drive 3 millimeters. With this one 5 millimeters. With this 1 centimeter, 2.5 centimeter, and 4 centimeter. And for example, I'll show you now. Let's see, 2.5 centimeter driving, and now it's almost 1 hour because we have the potentiometer to the maximum. The maximum is 1 hour delay, pause, as you see, and is in seconds. And if I turn all the way down the potentiometer, it's 10 seconds. 10 seconds delay, 2.5 centimeter driving. And now if I want to select this mode, 10 seconds delay time and 2.5 centimeter driving, then I have to push this button. Of course, this I have to connect to the shutter jog of the camera. But now I wanted to show you just the filming mode. And now if I push this button, it's starting in 2 seconds. Now focusing, now is shutting, and now driving 2.5 centimeters. Now 10 seconds delay, focus, shutting, and 5 seconds because of the shakiness, and now is driving again 2.5 centimeters. Now is 10 seconds delay, and so on. And if it's going all the way to the end, we'll touch this button, and then it's doing nothing. As you see, the LCD is clear, the backlight is low, and then is in saving mode, the whole system. And now I show you how it works. With this button you can choose the filming mode for filming, like the dolly effect. Filming mode, change direction with select button. This is the select button. And driving with this button. But yeah, as you see now, if I push this button, it's started already, as you see, but is in minimum. Now is at maximum. We change the direction. If I push the reset button, it does nothing anymore. Now I'm making a test to show you how powerful actually is this stepper motor. This is my 7D up there, and it's driving up without any problem. This is the full speed now, almost the full speed, and still working perfectly. No noise. Actually better than I expected. Now we change the direction. We can now control the speed. Now is almost all the way down and is still going really slow. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.